but sickle cells often die within 10 to 20 days, leaving a shortage of red blood cells. Without a sufficient quantity of red blood cells, your body cannot obtain oxygen. What is sickle cell anemia? Sickle cell disease is a cluster of disorders that affect hemoglobin. Hemoglobin is a molecule found in red blood cells that transports oxygen to cells everywhere in the body. People with this disorder have atypical hemoglobin molecules, named as hemoglobin S, which can deform red blood cells into a sickle or crescent shape. Sickle cell disease occurs typically in early childhood. Distinctive features of this disorder include low red blood cell count, anemia, recurrent infections, and periodic pain attacks. Sickling of a red blood cell causes sickle cell disease signs and symptoms. When red blood cells are sickled, they collapse untimely, which can lead to anemia. Anemia can cause shortness of breath, tiredness, and restricted growth and development in children. Rapid breakdown of red blood cells may lead to yellowing of the eyes and skin, which are signs of jaundice. Severe painful episodes can occur when sickled red blood cells, which are rigid and inflexible, get stuck in small blood vessels. These spells deprive the muscles and organs of oxygen-rich blood and can lead to organ damage, particularly in the lungs, kidneys, spleen, and brain. A particularly severe complication of sickle cell disease is high blood pressure in the blood vessels that supply the lungs, pulmonary hypertension. Pulmonary hypertension occurs in about a third of adults with sickle cell disease and can lead to heart failure. Unusual variants of beta-globin can distort red blood cells into a sickle. Red blood cells die early, which can cause anemia. Inelastic sickle cells sometimes get stuck in small blood vessels and can cause serious medical complications. Usually, red blood cells are elastic and round and move smoothly through the blood vessels. In sickle cell anemia, red blood cells become solid and sticky and have a sickle or a crescent shape. These irregular cells can stick to small blood vessels, which may slow or prevent blood and oxygen flow to parts of the body. Sickle cells break down easily and die, leaving you without enough red blood cells. Red blood cells usually live for approximately 120 days before being replaced. But sickle cells often die within 10 to 20 days, leaving a shortage of red blood cells. Without a sufficient quantity of red blood cells, your body cannot obtain oxygen. You should feel energized but more fatigued. The periodic outbreak of illnesses, called crisis, is an important symptom of sickle cell anemia. Pain develops when sickled red blood cells block blood flow through small blood vessels into your chest, abdomen, and joints. Pain can also occur in your bones. Some teenagers and adults with sickle cell anemia also suffer from chronic pain that can result from damage to bones, joints, ulcers, and other causes. Painful swelling in the hands and feet is by the sickled red blood cells that prevent blood flow to the hands and feet. Sickle cells can damage the organ that fights infection, spleen, making you more susceptible to infection. You can live a satisfying and active life when you have sickle cell disease. Making smart choices is essential to keep the situation from blazing in a crisis.